What is the budget process? Sections 213 to 215 of the South African Constitution require a budget process by explaining where government income must be kept and how public money should be used. The Constitution requires that national, provincial and municipal budgets and budgetary processes must promote transparency, accountability and the effective financial management of the economy, debt and the public sector. The budget is contained in various documents. A budget document can be legislation which gives effect to the budget in law, or a document providing details and explanations of the legislation. Some examples are the Budget Review, the Medium-Term Budget Policy Statement and the People's Guides which explain all budget legislation. The estimates of national expenditure and estimates of provincial revenue and expenditure that explain the appropriation and division of revenue legislation. These documents provide important information, not only on how government plans to collect tax and spend public money, but also on the overall economic and social environment, the progress of the state in meeting its objectives, and what its future objectives are. Together, these explain the government's budget decisions. But for a budget to come into operation, it must be made law by national parliament and provincial legislatures. So, who are the participants in this process? The budget process is a complex exercise involving hundreds of departments across the provinces and more than 40 departments at a national level. Local municipalities also have their own budget processes. National Treasury manages the national budget process. The highest government decision-making body on the budget is Cabinet, which is advised by the Ministers' Committee on the Budget. This committee of selected Cabinet ministers is chaired by the Minister of Finance. While National Treasury coordinates the budget process nationally, provincial treasuries in all 9 provinces manage their own budget processes by deciding how a province will spend the funds transferred to it from national government. Government departments must submit their budget plans to national and provincial treasuries for consideration, showing how they link to national policy priorities like improving school infrastructure. If they plan to spend money on things that are not a priority, like luxury cars, Treasury and/or Parliament can require the department to amend their budget. What are the key events in the budget process? In late February, the Minister of Finance presents the budget in Parliament, comprising the budget speech, the budget review, revenue bills, the division of revenue bill, the appropriations bill, the estimates of national expenditure, as well as a People's Guide to the budget. After the budget speech, Parliament committees on finance and appropriations invite the public to give feedback on the budget proposals. The committees must develop a report based on the inputs from the public and on their own evaluation of the budget. Government also has to explain and defend the budget decisions it has made. Members of Parliament then vote on whether to approve, reject or amend the budget. When the budget is finalized, it becomes law. In March, provincial members of the Executive Council, MECs for Finance, present their proposed provincial budgets for similar consideration by provincial legislatures and the public. Halfway through the financial year, in October, the Minister of Finance returns to Parliament to present the Medium-Term Budget Policy Statement, also known as the MTBPS. The MTBPS sets out government's understanding of the overall economic and social environment and what its tax and spending plans are for the next 3 years, also known as the medium term. Importantly, budget documents are forward-looking, setting out government's budget in 3-year cycles. This allows government, businesses and the public to know what the government's medium-term as well as its short-term thinking is. National and provincial departments also adjust budgets around October for unforeseeable changes that have affected government spending as planned in the main budget. For example, if a province experiences a flood halfway through the year, it may allocate money for disaster relief. Departments may also request that budgets are adjusted in order to avoid underspending or overspending on different budget areas. Many of the documents referred to in this video are available at www.vulekamali.gov.za, where you can also find much more information on the budget process.